Onto this devastating story now. The funeral of Fort Hare student Nosicelo Mtebeni will be held in her home village in Matatiele. The final year law student was brutally murdered in a house in East London in August. eNCA reporter Ronald Masinda is at the funeral and joins us live for more. Ronald, no doubt a very difficult time for the family this morning. Just give us a sense on how proceedings are set to go as the family prepares to lay the student to rest.
Yeah, very difficult time indeed for the family. You are coming to us live from Haua village here in Matatiele. This is where Nosicelo Mtebeni will be laid to rest. Now, earlier on, we witnessed the arrival of the coffin carrying her remains. The family had asked the media not to film those proceedings. Soon after that, we saw a small ceremony held to welcome Nosicelo to her final resting place, which will take place here at her home in her village. Now, we also can say that at this stage there is inkonzo taking place, inkonzo family, which is meaning that it is a church gathering for the family, where the family will hold a short prayer, and that prayer will be conducted by the Methodist Church of Southern Africa. It will be at around 8 o'clock where the funeral service will start. We are expecting quite a number of dignitaries to come through. We do know that the University of Fort Hare will be represented here, as well as the Minister of Higher Education, Mr. Nzimande. We are expecting the program to conclude at around 10 o'clock. We are expecting the father of Nosicelo to speak out for the first time, with him saying that he has a number of issues that he wants to let the media know. Certainly a difficult time for the family at this stage.
Of course, Ronald, they are I see there is, not a lot of chairs where you are right now, so they are keeping to all COVID-19 protocols, am I right?
Yes, indeed, and that's one of the reasons why the people from Fort Hare University won't be coming in their numbers. They did tell eNCA earlier this week that they will try and adhere to COVID protocol as much as possible out of respect for the family and also the rules of the country at this stage. But what we also do know is that the Fort Hare University have also contributed a great deal to the funeral service, donating over 100,000 rand to the family to bury the fourth-year law student. They say that, she deserves a fitting send-off. But a lot of people we are also expecting here are gender-based violence activists. Many people here in Matatiele are saying that, in as much as their home girl lost her life in East London, there are a number of issues at their own villages here in Matatiele which they want to bring across, and they want to speak to government representatives because they feel that their voices are not heard enough whenever they go out on the streets to campaign. We also heard yesterday that around 8 women were killed during the month of August here in Matatiele. So it just tells you about the scourge of gender-based violence here as well. So many people saying that they are here to support not only Nosicelo but also the cause for women here in Matatiele.
And that's going to be very important for you, Ronald, because I'm sure you're going to be grilling those government representatives that are going to be attending the funeral, not to just listen to the voices and the concerns and the issues that women in that particular area have, but to actually do something about it. And because of the killings that we saw in August alone in Matatiele, obviously not enough is being done by government and related stakeholders.
Yes, indeed. And one of the biggest issues here in Matatiele is that people believe that they are not assisted by the law. They feel that because there are rural areas where there are still traditional customs that take place here, many people don't feel like those issues are addressed by government. They are only addressed, in the primitive times that have been here in the past, where there are chiefs and chieftains dealing with issues here. So they feel that, you know, the rules here don't apply to the rest of the country. And what we can tell you is some of the gruesome murders that have taken place here. We also heard during the week with one of the journalists that works in Matatiele, there was a lady whose head cannot be found. That's how gruesome one of the murders that took place here. And some of the murders that have taken place in areas such as Matatiele, or murders that are relating to people accusing women in these areas to be under the spell of witchcraft, and many of those accusations have been found baseless in courts whenever the perpetrators have been around. But what I can also confirm to you at this stage is a conversation that was had by my colleague Nqaba with the family of the alleged perpetrator, the one that confessed to the crime of killing Nosicelo. And the conversation there was the family actually wanted to pay their last respects. They actually wanted to, you know, mourn with the family of Nosicelo, saying that what took place in Quigney around 3 weeks ago was something that shocked them as well. I mean, they've been in hiding. They've been afraid of going out, scared that they might be attacked by people who have blamed the family themselves for not speaking out about the issues of their son, and saying that, you know, the family saying that, you know, in as much as they want forgiveness, they want to ask for forgiveness, they've been also advised not to come here because the situation is very tense. We do know that the family here is very much in mourning. The father has not spoken out since the passing of her daughter, and today he feels that, you know, he wants to set the record straight.
Thank you so much. That was eNCA's reporter, Ronald Masinda. And of course, you know, it's such a sad situation happening right there. I would like to know from Ronald, we don't have enough time to ask him all these questions, but, you know, with all these groups that are going to be there, activist groups that, you know, and the unhappiness of the whole community, might there be some sort of protest action, you know, at the funeral? I hope not, because, you know, it is Nosicelo's funeral, so you wouldn't like to see something like that, but, you know, people are angry.
People are very angry,
Yeah.
We're frustrated, and we want something to be done by government stakeholders. And of course, you can catch that funeral live on eNCA DSTV channel 403 as it proceeds.